Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore podcast. This is for number 518, and we are continuing on with our horror month as we look at the zombie classic, 28 Days Later. So, this is the Nerd Economy here, the host show on, so one of our co-hosts, Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a wonderful Monday.
Monday. What's up, Brad? How you doing?
I am tired.
I bet you are, bro. Yeah.
Long day at work. Have to go back tomorrow.
Long day, long life.
Yeah, when are we gonna hit the big time with this? And so I don't have to leave my house and just pop up here, podcast all day, go back down.
I'm wondering too, Brad. I'm wondering too. Nah, I mean, I had work was work today, so I feel you. You know what, Brad? We just gotta be patient, Brad. Just gotta be
Yep.
patient.
Yep.
But yeah, man. I mean, what's it called? Just got home and trying to finish up my review of trying to finish up a review for the festivals that I've been covering. And then I went ahead and also watched the movie. I finished watching my movie for my YouTube video, so I need to get to filming that tomorrow or tonight.
Have you seen a bad movie from that festival yet? Because your two reviews I saw were good.
Oh yeah, the only two I've watched right now. Yeah, no, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah. But yeah, I know. Well, I mean, now I'm not under embargo anymore. Yeah, Holy Spider is good. It's really good, really good. That's like pretty much in my top 20 of the year. Triangle of Sadness is my second favorite movie of the year. Oh my god, what a movie! But anybody's gonna go watch that in the theater, yeah, make sure you don't eat during the movie. Don't eat. Yeah. Brad's like, I can only imagine what he's warning about.
We watched Sallow.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as extreme as that, but like, yeah, you don't want to eat.
Okay.
You don't want to eat during that movie.
What was this like yesterday Game of Thrones moment at the dinner table? Like, blah. All right.
No, worse than that. But
I know where Grandpa hides his money.
my turns. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, I just got up to that, doing that stuff, and need to keep on working on some other reviews. But just let's go having a good day today, hopefully. But I watched this movie, and now we're ready to talk about it. So well, that's that. Nothing crazy today, man. Nothing crazy today. Yeah, I didn't get on the wrong bus. I got home at a reasonable time.
Oh, that's good. You know.
Yeah, it's a great day when you don't get on the on the wrong bus.
I mean, we might have a concern if you just kept getting on the wrong bus like every time. We might have to have a chat.
It's a one-time deal, bro. It's a one-time deal.
That's what you say until you get on the wrong bus again.
Oh man, but yeah, we're continuing on with horror month today. We're gonna talk about Brad's first pick today. We thank you all so much for tuning into last week's pick when we talked about Crimson Peak. But Brad, today we're talking about 28 Days Later. So it's still past our cutoff year. So we got to let you all know that if you've never seen 28 Days Later, then you want to get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers, then go ahead and stay. Either way, how that goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know. Yeah. Fucking zombies, bro. Yeah. Brad, I think I saw the Wikipedia article, so you do have a good amount to read. So
I do.
Introduce us to 28 Days Later, bro.
All right, Ro. You mean host as always? Fuck. Wrong timing. Wrong. Shit. All right, come on from our one and only source, Wikipedia.
I love live podcasting.
28 Days Later is a 2002 British post-apocalyptic horror film directed by Danny Boyle and written by Alex Garland. It stars Cillian Murphy as a bicycle courier who awakens from a coma to discover the accidental release of a highly contagious, aggression inducing virus has caused the breakdown of society. Naomi Harris, Christopher Eccleston, Megan Burns, and Brendan Gleeson appear in supporting roles. Garland took inspiration from George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead film series and John Wyndham's 1951 novel The Day of the Triffids. For the film's post-apocalyptic story, filming took place in various locations in the United Kingdom in 2001. The crew filmed for brief periods during early mornings and temporarily closed streets to capture recognizable and typically busy areas when they were deserted. John Murphy composed an original soundtrack for the film with other instrumental songs by Brian Eno, Godspeed You, Black Emperor, and other artists also being featured. 28 Days Later was released on November 1st, 2002 to critical acclaim and financial success, grossing more than $82.7 million worldwide on its modest budget of $8 million. It became one of the most profitable horror films of 2002. Reviewers praised Bowles' direction, the cast performance, Garland's screenplay, the atmosphere, and soundtrack. Despite Boyle not considering it a zombie film, 28 Days Later is credited with reinvigorating the zombie genre of horror film and influencing a revival in the decade after its release with its fast-running, infected, and character-driven drama. Since its release, it has been featured in several best-of film lists and maintained a following, particularly amid the COVID-19 pandemic in the 2020s. The film was followed by a 2007 sequel, 28 Weeks Later, a graphic novel titled 28 Days Later, The Aftermath, which expands on the timeline of the outbreak, and a 2009 comic book series titled 28 Days Later. Again, directed by Danny Boyle, written by Alex Garland, produced by Andrew McDonald, starring, I've already said all those names, cinematography, Anthony Dodd Mantle, edited by Chris Gill, music by John Murphy, running time comes in at 113 minutes, and it has a budget of $8 million and made $85.7 million.
Yeah, so I mean, it was a big success. It it reinvigorated the zombie subgenre of horror. But Brad, go ahead, give me your initial thoughts on 28 Days Later because I'm pretty sure you've never seen this, right?
No, I've never. This
Never
is the
seen
first
this.
time seeing it.
Both of us going in blind on this one. Okay, so Brad, what are your initial thoughts on 28 Days Later?
My overall thoughts is I liked the movie, but it definitely needs some cleanup. You can definitely tell this is a 2002 film, and yeah, it needs a restore real bad, in both the sound and the look of it. Um, but I personally liked it because basically to me this was like The Walking Dead, but I didn't have to watch 4 fucking seasons and get mad and not watch any more of it. So I got it in 113 minutes. That's basically what this was to me. Also, I just think the whole thing of this dude was in a coma, he comes out of a coma, he can't find anyone. For the first 20 to 30 minutes is this guy just walking around the UK and no one's there. And that is fucking horrifying to me. Where he's just yelling out, which I don't know why zombies didn't run at him doing that. You think
Makes
something would have
sense.
happened there, but it's a movie and he goes to the church and all the zombies wake up. Yeah. Anyways, but I thought the opening of this was great. Um I did think it did drag a little in the middle in places. But I did like the ending scene because basically you do get the Walking Dead in this. It's like, okay, the zombies are after us, and then by the end of this, you're like, oh, people really suck. So, yeah, so I got to deal with them too. And yeah, I thought overall it was pretty good.
Okay. So, oh man, I didn't like this movie. But I respect the hell out of this work from Danny Boyle because you can tell. I don't know if you've ever seen Train Spotting, Brad. But
Sounds familiar.
Train Spotting with Ewan McGregor,
Sounds
where he
familiar.
where he plays the heroin addict who's trying to with his friends in Scotland and stuff.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think I've seen it, but I've heard of it.
yeah. So you can tell that he stuck to his style from Train Spotting, and he tried to bring it into this film. I I like the beginning. The opening was pretty fucking cool. Um, I also like kind of how it's kind of reinforced that this is literally 28 days later, so like things aren't gonna be as completely fucked up as you would think. You know, we're kind of like in the middle of it. And not even in the middle of it, just in the beginning stages of it. But I found myself kind of getting lost in the shuffle in the middle, be like because the middle drags out so much, and the second half of this film felt like really, really like tonally different from the first half of the film. Like I was just like, are we watching? Am I watching the same fucking movie? Because like
Well,
that first half did not feel anything as the same as the second half.
no, it didn't. You basically went from a surviving a zombie horror film into, like I said, it's like The Walking Dead. Walking Dead has two parts in it. It's
Yeah,
one, the characters meet and they're trying to survive the zombies, and then they're trying to survive the people.
yeah,
That's all The Walking Dead is like one season survive the zombies, second season survive the people, and it just shifts back and forth. So that's kind of, so this movie like really, you know, it's the inspiration to a lot of fucking zombie genre.
yeah, and that's why I
Even
respect the
though Dan
hell out of it.
doesn't want to call it zombie genre.
Yeah, and I respect the hell out of it. I can see the callbacks to like Night of the Living Dead. I can see a lot of inspiration from also the Evil Dead from Sam
Oh yeah.
Raimi. Oh yeah, yeah, especially with like the camera movements and stuff like that. But Stacy says now this film is the sequel to Sandra Bullock's 28 Days, if I remember right. That's a good reference to The Office if that's what you're trying to do, Stacy. But um yeah, and it's like I can see like the inspiration from the Evil Dead and what's it called. I can see where The Walking Dead actually took a lot of inspiration from 28 Days Later as well, and but I
Well,
just
it used to be. Well, you remember back in the day, back in the early days of zombies, zombies dragged their feet.
oh yeah,
After this, zombies ran full force and
oh
they
yeah,
swam and they fucking flew and whatever the fuck they did, zombies can now do. And after watching this, I can be like, well, this is probably fucking why. And it's funny because this isn't even really. It's not really zombie. It's more. It's a pandemic that's going on. It's just instead of people getting nauseous
yeah.
and losing taste and all that,
They get
they
aggressive.
get rage filled.
Yeah,
And I thought that was a pretty cool concept to go with.
yeah, me
Um,
too. I thought that was a pretty cool concept.
and I loved how the British soldiers they kept a person basically on chain to see how long he it would take before they died. And it's like, man, y'all don't read the Bible? That's like 40 days and 40 nights, yo. He fucking starving. Starving, and if he ain't got no water, he ain't got no water.
Yeah. And like so there was also just I think that the whole idea of like the animal rights activists, like what's it called, freeing the chimp that causes all this is like that's an interesting take for the early 2000s.
Can I just say, after watching Nope and then watching this, I'm terrified of monkeys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, monkeys are crazy, bro.
Chimpanzees. Like, I'm just
Chimpanzees,
like, yeah,
monkeys.
I'm just fucking.
Get them away from me, bro. Get them
Ugh,
away from me. But
rip my face off.
yeah, bro. No, yeah. After Nope, I use when I after watching Nope, I really was like,
Mm,
I'm never getting close to a monkey.
mm, mm,
Anything that is like a gorilla and a monkey, a
mm.
chimpanzee, an orangutan, I don't care what you call them, bro. I ain't getting close to them.
Harambe was the last good one.
Yeah, he really was, bro. And he was from
Rest in peace,
Brazil too.
Harambe.
Yeah, he was from Brazil, bro.
Mm.
Yeah, he was a fellow Edgar. But yeah, man. I mean, what's it called? I like Killy Murphy's performance. I think it's good. But like Naomi Watts is good too. But there's really nothing else like
Actually,
really like
Naomi Harris, is her
Naomi
name
Harris.
Watts
I'm sorry.
now?
No, Naomi is
Okay.
Naomi Harris. Sorry, Naomi Harris is good too.
I like the dynamic between the father and the child that they run into. The one played
Yeah,
by Brendan Gleeson as the dad, because like he just seems kind of like a good dude. He basically saved their asses there, and then he didn't get bit or anything. It just bad luck. Blood hit the eye, and that's all it took.
yeah. I thought it was wild the whole like militia that was there. But of course that is 100% a thing that would happen.
but then it goes into like, oh, I promised my soldiers women, and I'm just like, dude, dude.
If you watch some of the deleted scenes, you'll find that some of the main cast did try to wait at the Winchester for the whole thing to blow over.
I mean, you got beer, you got pretzels, shit.
Yeah, like I imagine, like why didn't anybody just stay at the store that they robbed?
Oh, the grocery store.
Yeah,
I mean, if I was them, I'd be trying to get out to the hills too. Honestly, I wouldn't want
yeah,
to stay like in the middle of Metropolis. I'd be trying to get the fuck out of there too. How there was no one in that grocery store, like no zombie,
yeah.
like I don't know, like because there was like the little kid zombie at the gas station for Christ's sake.
By the way, the practical effects on the zombie were pretty freaking great. I gotta be honest, like just all those practical effects were really cool. Like I said, I like the visual, aesthetic to the film and how it looks and how it plays out. I think that it's really interesting, especially knowing just the type of filmmaker that Danny Boyle is. But you know, knowing what else Danny Boyle has made and like how much I love Danny Boyle's work, I was like, yeah, this is kind of leaving me a bit disappointed here. But
I think if you got a restoration on this with the sound and the visual,
oh
you
yeah,
feel a whole lot better about this movie.
yeah,
Um,
because like holy shit,
because
the mixing is ass
I
here.
mean, there were
Yeah,
scenes in this where it got real tense, like the tunnel scene where
yeah,
they're changing the wheel and all that. Like I'm just like, oof, that like there are some tense moments in this, which is good for a horror film. Like that's kind of what you want.
yeah, yeah. I agree with that, and I agree with that. But I mean, overall, interesting concept. Not the best execution to me, and ultimately, I was disappointed with this film, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it a I can give it a 5 out of 10. That's pretty much all I can give it. I respect the hell out of what it did for Danny Boyle and to reinvigorate the whole like zombie, subgenre of horror.
Hmm.
And like you said, Brad, like before this, they drag feet. After this, the zombies
They
fucking
run
ran.
after your ass, which is a lot scarier than the dragon feet dudes. I could take the dragon feet dudes.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. The ones that fucking run at you. Mm-mm,
No.
mm-mm.
But yeah, Brad, any final thoughts and your final verdict here?
I like this film. So is it the best thing I ever saw? No, but I think it would get a few more points or like one more point if they would restore definitely the sound and definitely the visuals of it. You can definitely tell this is a 2002 film,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out how they only did this with a budget of $8 million because they shut down the fucking UK.
That's the part. That's the wild part, Brad. Well, I mean, like, look at the camera quality, Brad. Like, they obviously didn't have to spend a lot
No,
on the visual side, the technical side of this. Like, a lot of this has to be like natural lighting. You're not really using any external. All of these are pretty much relatively like new actors, so like
yeah.
salaries aren't gonna what's it called
I
pays
mean,
aren't
I
gonna be that
did like
high.
the rain scenes though. The rain scene was pretty cool
Oh yeah, it
at
was.
that mansion and shit. So I thought that
Yeah,
was
that
pretty
was
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah,
Um, I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10.
7.
Yeah, and if they restore it, I'd probably give it an 8.
Yeah. Stacy says, "Well, it's easy to save money when you hire the undead. Saves on catering too."
Yeah, you
Oh,
ain't got to
I
feed them.
mean, Brad. You know what they got wrong though? That those shelves were still stocked with water and toilet paper.
No, that should be no. They fucked up on that. That should be
Yep,
gone.
that's
Be the
gone
first thing
within.
gone, and peanut butter gone,
Yep, yep. If COVID has taught us anything, what's it called? At the start of
and
just
hand
some panic.
sanitizer gone.
Yep. And the what's it called? The wipes.
Baby wipes.
No, not the baby wipes. The
Those are gone
Lysol
too, though.
wipes. The
Oh,
Lysol
Lysol wipes.
disinfectant wipes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if COVID has taught us anything, Brad, is that when people start to panic, the first thing they go for is toilet paper and water.
Which is that's like one of those things. It's like, okay, I get the water.
Yeah.
I get the water. Don't necessarily understand the toilet paper.
Well, Brad, imagine in a household where it is, it's a nuclear home, right? You have two parents, a kid. Put it more like even 3 kids, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, toilet paper.
Average
Everybody's using.
2.7
Yeah,
kids per household.
yeah. usually, let's say everybody goes to the restroom twice. I'd like to say by the end of the month you're gonna be out of toilet paper. No.
Yeah, I mean, me and Brenda got lucky when like all that shit started going down. You couldn't find toilet paper anywhere because we had just bought like before all that even went down. We had just bought like the mega roll because we always buy the mega pack
Oh
because we're
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
might as well just buy the one big one.
Yeah. That's what my
And
mom did.
that yeah, that lasted us quite a bit. And by the time we ran out, like it was starting to come back on shelves.
Yeah.
Like some of it had to buy like the one ply and shit, but you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. People panic. People go stupid. Like
Mm-hmm.
if y'all just calm the fuck down, and and now you can order it. Now you can just order it, and it'll be
That's yeah.
delivered, and you can go to it. So I hope that it doesn't come to that again, where people just fill their garages with toilet paper.
Yeah. Thankfully, there's no counterfeit toilet paper, and you can't what's it called make fake toilet paper because it's just paper. It's just paper. But
Would you just staple a bunch of socks together and call it a day?
or go like Will Ferrell in Step Brothers and just get the rug
Yeah.
and just go.
Ugh.
And
Ugh.
then you feel great when you walk out of the grocery store
Mm.
because you bought toilet paper. Well, man, that's been our review of 28 Days Later. We'll be back on Thursday to talk about a terrifying film, according to Brad, because I haven't watched it yet. Pinocchio 2022.
That's Thursday, right? We're doing that Thursday.
Thursday, yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Brad's like, I can't believe I have to finish this fucking movie.
Yeah, I'm 30 minutes in. Like, fuck.
Brad's like, dude, don't worry. I'll watch the almost 3 hour movie. Just please don't make me finish this.
Don't make me. Don't make. I don't
Yeah.
want to see Tom Hanks as Geppetto. Because it's the scariest movie I've seen all year.
It's downright horrifying, Brad.
Downright horrifying.
But we thank you a lot for joining us here. Of course, tune in on Thursday. In the meantime, though, what's it called? You can keep up to date with everything that the Nerdcore does at thenerdcore.com. That's our website. We want to thank our chatters here, which was just Stacy. Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you,
If
Stacey.
you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you leave a like on the video and you also subscribe to the channel and you turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a single piece of content.
Not a single piece.
Excuse me, don't want to burp into the microphone, but yeah,
Take a shot.
yeah, you don't want to miss a single piece of content, so turn on the little notification bell. If you're listening to this on a podcast platform, though, make sure you drop 5 stars on your review for us, so we can, we can just see how much you love us, right? But we want to thank our patrons. The patrons are the reason that the network stays afloat, and we appreciate them so much for everything that they do for us. You don't have to be a patron, but it is very much appreciated if you are. We want to thank our producer and our writer, Brad. Tell them about our executive producer, Shane.
You follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at thriftedil or go buy something from the Suppy God at Prison City Vintage in Illinois.
Damn straight. Damn straight. And, of course, our writer, Tony,
Hey, Tony.
at Real Nerdy Dad on Twitter.
Man, me and him were talking about them black Nikes.
You guys. I mean, bro, Tony had black Air Force Ones, bro.
I believe it.
You 100% had black Air Force Ones.
I believe it.
It's like, I believe it. That man went to jail. I believe it.
Mm.
All right.
I didn't
So,
say anything about that. I just believe Tony had black Nikes.
yeah, he's going to hate me when I guess I said that, but I love you, Tony. I'm just fucking with you, bro. But what's it called? Yeah, forget about that. But thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll be back on Thursday. But in the meantime, you can go ahead and what's it called? Keep up to date with everything we're doing here. Brad, let's go ahead and send them out.
All right, our own theme being host as always. Thank you to Stacy for joining us in chat today. Thank you to all our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, yeah, stay away from the chimpanzees.
Please,
Young Yoda out.
please.